Hi everyone, so today's lesson is on multiplying by 10, 100 and 1000. This was one of the key questions in your exam that everybody didn't do correctly. Now I went through it in class and it was the one where you had to multiply by 10, 100 or 1000 and then say what the value of one of the digits represented, okay? So we're just going to do some practice on multiplying by 10, 100 and 1000 today, okay? So I'm going to go through these with you. I would suggest that you use a number line to help you if you're not sure, okay? But if you're getting good at these, obviously you don't need to, okay? So we're going to start off. I would like to think that most of you would know the answer to this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you why that's the answer on the place value line, so it'll make sense when you're working through these questions. So we're going to do 6 times 10. Well, I would like to think, like I say, that you all know that that's 60. Okay, but why is it 60? And what I get when I ask that question in class is lots of people respond with, because you just add a 0. Okay, and what I say to them is that no, that's not correct. That's a trick that you can use. And once you understand why you add a 0, then you can say, well, miss, you just add a 0. But I want you to be able to explain it to me in another way as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use my number line that's here, and I'm going to put 6 on my number line. So 6 is just the units, isn't it? Okay, so that will go in the units or the ones column. Okay, and when I multiply by 10, all of the numbers on the number line shift up a place, okay, because each one is 10 times bigger. So jumping 1 would be timesing by 10, and then timesing by 10 again, then timesing by 10 again. Okay, so each jump, no matter where it is, so it can be down here, times by 10. Okay, if we're going from there to there, we jump over the decimal and we times by 10. So it doesn't matter where you start or wherever the number is, you jump one place when you multiply by 10. So this 6 is going to jump up one place to the tens column. Now, we can't just leave it as 6 because it's moved up into the tens, which means this 6 now represents 60, which is why we put the 0 on the end. Okay? Right, let's have a look at the next one. So number 2 is 30 times 10. So I'm going to use my number line for this one. I'll switch colours so you can see it. So number 2, 30. So 30 would be here, okay? And I'm multiplying it by 10. So each number that I've written down, each digit, is going to move a place up, okay? Because we're timesing it by 10. So the 3 would move to the hundreds, and this 0 would move to the tens. And what I would need to do, because it's now representing 300, I need to have my extra 0 in here, okay? So really, you could think about it. You move your number up a place, or however many places, and then if there's a gap before the decimal point, you need to fill them in with zeros, okay? So this one is 300, okay? What if it's a decimal, so like number 3, okay? So let's put 6.8 on our number line. So 6.8 would be here, 6.8. Now, this decimal point never moves. It stays exactly where it is, and we jump over it, okay? So if it's in the units, our 6 is going to jump into the tens. Our 8 is in the tenths column, and it's going to jump up into the units. So what I've got now is the number 68, okay? So if it's a decimal, you need to be careful, okay? Right, let's have a look at the next ones then. So the next ones are when we multiply by 100, okay? And 100 is represented by timesing by 10 twice. So this is the same as saying 9 times 10 times 10. So instead of jumping once, it's now going to jump twice, okay? So 9 would be in our units column. And I'm going to multiply by 100, sorry, so we're going to times by 10 twice. So it's going to make 2 jumps. So it's going to jump once, and then it's going to jump twice. So actually, it's ending up in the hundreds column, this 9, okay? And what I would need to do is, because the 9 is now 100, I have to put zeros in those 2 places there. So this number represents 900, okay? Right, the 35. Okay, it's going to jump 2 places. So I've got 35 here. imagine it's going to jump once, then twice. So this 3 is actually coming into the thousands column. The 5 is going to jump twice. 1, 2. So the 5 is jumping into the hundreds column. Okay, I haven't got any other numbers, so it's 3,500. So I need to add in my 2 zeros there. So 3,500. Okay, 2.3. So 2.3 on my number line. 2.3. It's going to jump 2 places. 1, 2. So the 2 is going to end up in the hundreds column. The 3 jumps 2 places. 1, remember it's a big jump, this one, and then 2. So it jumps there. So this is 230. So I need my 0 here. Okay, so it gives me my answer, 230. Okay, the last ones then are multiplying by 1,000. Okay, so this is the same as saying times in by 10 3 times, because times in by 100 is 2 tens, 1,000 is 3 tens. So this is the same as saying 2 times 10 times 10 times 10. So instead of doing 2 jumps, for like we did 100, we're now going to do 3 jumps. So we start in the units. We've got 2. And it's going to jump 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So this time the 2 is going to be in the thousands, so it represents 2,000. So I put my answer down. Okay, the next one, 42 times 1,000. So 42, and they're going to jump 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So the 4 would land here. 1, 2, 3. The 2 would be there. And then I have to fill in the rest with zeros. So this number is 42,000. Okay, my last one, 0.364. Okay, 0.364. So each number is going to jump 3 places. So 1, 2, 3, 0. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this 0 is 0,000, so we don't actually need it there. So my answer is just 364. Now you have a go at the questions that I've set you.